Hey guys, Melissa Sacco, your Beachbody coach from Make the Change, and I want to talk about grocery budgeting and ways to make eating healthy more affordable because it's a huge concern for a lot of people, myself included, and I'm always looking for ways to reduce my grocery budget so that I have money for other things. But I don't want to sacrifice living a healthy lifestyle to do it. So I used to grocery shop at this local store called Tops, and I noticed after a while that when I was doing like my Sunday couponing and all that stuff, that their ads, their weekly ads, were just chock full of food that I didn't want to buy anymore. Everything was boxed and prepared, and sugary cereals and Lay's potato chips and buy two get four free, and just things that I didn't want to incorporate into my diet, and Hamburger Helper and all that stuff that's full of sodium and full of salt. So I stopped looking at that ad particularly, and I stopped going to that grocery store because I found that the foods that I wanted were more expensive than if I just went to another grocery store. But I also then started looking at unit pricing and different ways to preserve food, because I feel like a huge source of drain on a family's budget, especially on my budget, used to be the fact that we wasted food all the time. Like I would clean out my fridge every week and I would end up throwing out at least 4 meals worth of food, like something that we didn't eat or whatever. So I also started noticing that sometimes, even if I buy good quality produce, it goes bad quickly. I don't know if it's the change of season or if I've just caught a couple bad batches. So I have switched over to trying this. Now, it's not an organic produce. This is just my broccoli. My family, it's a veggie that myself, my husband, and 2 of our 3 kids will eat like in plenty. So I always have broccoli on hand. But my broccoli was even going bad. Even when I was storing it in an open air container, which if you have fresh broccoli, that's best. If you keep it in a sealed bag, it actually releases, I don't know the science behind it, but you get condensation in your produce bags and it'll deteriorate your produce faster. So stuff like that you want to keep open air. But I switched now to this. So I got this big bulk bag. It's $1.50 a pound, so this was $6 for this bag. It's frozen, but it's quick frozen, so I feel like it doesn't, sometimes you buy frozen veggies and they're like mushy when you reheat them. We don't eat a lot of raw broccoli, so we're always steaming broccoli anyways. But find ways to incorporate frozen produce into your daily or weekly grocery budget, your family meal planning, because this way, I have this $6 bag of broccoli, and I'll tell you it'll last probably at least 2 weeks for my family. We don't eat it every single day, but those are the ways that you make eating healthy affordable. You have to think about it. You can't just run to the grocery store without a list. You can't throw half your food out. So these are things that we talk about in my challenge groups, my private challenge groups. If you're ever interested in learning more about how to feed your body, how to feed your family, how to make it work, how to budget, grocery shop, all that stuff, it's so much easier when you have somebody to give you a hand. And so I run monthly groups. You can always comment below if you're interested in just hearing about what those are. But for those of you that just want a takeaway tip, go look in your bulk section of your freezer department in your local grocery store and see what you can swap out, because frozen is just as good as fresh, in my opinion. Canned I stay away from because of the added, it's soaked in syrup or it's soaked in salt and stuff. But frozen is just quick frozen, and quick frozen usually produces a better end product. It's not as deteriorated or mushy or anything. So take a look around, look at multiple stores, check their bulk freezer section, and try to figure out how eating healthy can fit into your family budget, because it's just going to create the opportunity to spend money elsewhere, whether it's taking a family trip or, going to the movies one night or something. I feel like I don't want to throw money into something that I don't need to. So I'd love to hear questions or feedbacks, whatever. I need some coffee. Have a great day.